President Donald Trump just fired back at Roger Goodell and the NFL, direct hit. After a recent string of NFL players taking advantage of their platform in order to disrespect our country, President Donald Trump has decided to speak up. It all started with former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. The former athlete decided to take a knee during the national anthem during a 2016 game, and it was all downhill from there. Many Americans voiced their outrage with the NFL players who so carelessly disrespected our military and our country by sitting out during the national anthem. Now, our president has come forward to explain his point of view. This past Sunday, President Trump made a revelation that fans should boycott NFL games while he continued to ask NFL team owners to fire or suspend players who engaged in such disrespectful behavior. The president took to his usual form of social media, Twitter, and wrote, "If NFL fans refuse to go to games until players stop disrespecting our flag and country, you will see changes take place fast. Fire or suspend." President Trump has made it crystal clear that he sees the national anthem protests as a direct form of disrespect to our entire country. He took aim right at NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to get his point across. His concern for the league's statement regarding anthem protests is obvious, and true Americans around our country will show President Trump their support in honoring our flag and our country. Trump reprimanded Roger Goodell on social media. He wasn't hush-hush about his criticism for the NFL players who decided to take a knee during the national anthem. While the protests were peaceful, unlike the rallies of the Black Lives Matter movement, they still showed a vast amount of disrespect for our country. No major sporting event should turn into a political statement. We are all aware that the whole trend of protesting the national anthem began with Colin Kaepernick, but the situation has been getting worse and worse as time has gone by. It was reported that a group of 8-year-old football players decided to take a knee during the national anthem at one of their own games. Something tells me that these kids didn't think of this reaction on their own. These innocent kids are being brainwashed by ungrateful athletes like Kaepernick along with everyone else in the NFL who has supported such a mockery of a protest. Goodell released his own statement, and President Trump was not happy about it whatsoever. Goodell's statement read, "The NFL and our players are at our best when we help create a sense of unity in our country and our culture. There is no better example than the amazing response from our clubs and players to the terrible natural disasters we've experienced over the last month. Divisive comments like these demonstrate an unfortunate lack of respect for the NFL, our great game and all of our players, and a failure to understand the overwhelming force for good our clubs and players represent in our communities." President Trump decided to post a tweet that was aimed directly at Goodell to let him know just how the president felt about his statement. President Donald Trump's tweet read, "Roger Goodell of NFL just put out a statement trying to justify the total disrespect certain players show to our country. Tell them to stand." I couldn't agree with President Trump more. While it is important that everyone have freedom of speech in our country, just because you can disrespect the flag does not mean you should.